So I'm here to talk about the first 3 laws that I learned in my book, The Diary of a CEO. So the first law he taught is to make sure that you fill up your buckets, like in order. So basically, the first bucket is what you know, second is what you can do, third is who you know, fourth is what you have, and 5 is what the world thinks of you or your reputation. Once you filled up all these buckets, you'll finally be able to reach full potential of your business. So, I mean, in general, you want these filled up. Be reaching your max potential if you filled all these up, like all the way. And normally, you fill them up from what you know, and then kind of just start like filling up all the other buckets, and you eventually have all your other buckets filled, starting with the first one. What you know is very important because it translates to everything else that I talked about, like the other buckets. Like when you start to gain knowledge, there starts to be more than you could do, like because you're more knowledgeable on it, so you don't have to worry about getting it wrong. Networking to other people is a good thing because it could help you for more opportunities. And then most of the time when you create a network, you start to have more resources that you could turn to. So you could start just doing more stuff in general. Like you're not limited. And then fit what the world thinks of you. After you've done all that, the networking, and you have like all your resources, eventually if you have a business or anything, it's gonna matter a lot what the world thinks of you. And normally once you have knowledge, you could have like social skills and all that, and people eventually find out what kind of person you are. And I feel like you want that bucket filled a lot, but the most important one is knowledge, because knowledge could really take you anywhere. It's very good. All right, the second law that I learned is if you want to master something, you have to be obligated to teach it. Say like you started recording videos of yourself talking like every single day about a topic or about like an idea that you have. That means that you'll get even better at talking about it. Or let's say you want to teach how to make paper airplanes. But let's say you learn about it, you study it a lot, and then finally when you're about to record it, you should do it publicly and create full instructions on how to make the paper airplane. And eventually after you do that, you start to master what you can do. Like with the paper airplane, you start to like pick up on other ideas, and you start to become even better at teaching it. And the thing about like publishing online about videos of you making paper airplanes, it will create like you to want to do it more, so you have an even better idea about it. This is called the Feynman technique, because it just creates an obligation to teach yourself if you're uploading videos. I think the Feynman technique is really good, because normally you wouldn't want to be doing anything like at all, but if you record videos and upload it, it feels like you want to do it more. If you really want people to understand you when making the videos, you have to use a lot more unnecessary words, and you have to use more bigger words, because people get caught attention like if you do that. And also, when you explain something, you want to explain it like you're explaining it to a child, if that makes sense. Like, make it simple so their attention is drawn out to you. So I'm just trying to teach what these mean, like what these laws are and how they're useful. And yeah, I think the second law is super useful because it could like teach you to learn, and learning is really important. All right, the third law that I learned is if you're in an argument and you want to change someone's mind, you have to really you have to try to change their mind without disagreeing with them. Because if you disagree with them, then they're going to have a less likely opinion towards you. They're going to think less of what you're saying, and they're not going to want to change their mind. So when you disagree with them, their mind kind of turns off, and they're not going to want to listen to you anymore, or they're not going to want to change their opinion. But if you listen to them and you make them feel understood about their opinion, and you have to respond with them feeling heard. So if you do that, they're gonna want to ease up to you, or they're gonna ease up to what you're saying, and they're gonna think about it. They're not gonna argue back if you're not arguing. So don't start off the sentence by saying I disagree or you're wrong. You just have to say your rebuttal without just disagreeing with them, because they're gonna like that if you don't say they're wrong. They're gonna be more open. And plus, if it's someone you know, they're more likely to change their mind because they know you, so they're gonna favor you. And this is an important skill because it teaches you to be a good negotiator, speaker, salesperson. So the way that you want to change their mind is by sharing a belief or having a common understanding with them. And then eventually you try to put in your understanding. That will keep their mind open to your point, so they could keep on listening to you.